My name is DJ Infantry, and I am legally blind. My passion for the outdoors has taken me to some amazing places, and I have done some incredible things, all with one mission in mind: to inspire you to get outdoors. Welcome to Infantry Outdoors.
Hello everybody and welcome to Infantry Outdoors. Yours truly, your favorite disabled DJ. I'm DJ Infantry, back at it again, welcoming you to the program and hoping that wherever you are around the world, you're having an awesome and amazing day. Today on the program, we're going to be talking about melting aluminum. Well, it's after the holidays, so boy, I got a ton of aluminum cans and trays and stuff like that. We're going to be taking it and turning it into bars, into ingots, into basically a more valuable and useful way of having and storing and keeping aluminum other than soda cans. So today we're going to be melting them down using a furnace. We're going to be using baking trays to make our ingots and a lot of other things. And before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the sponsors of today's program, Silver Connections Group. If you're looking to get your social rankings boosted, your Google rankings boosted, get your name at the top of Google, or even get your website built, let my friends at Silver Connections Group take care of that for you. Visit them today at silverconnectionsmobile.com. Also, water purification products. Guys, if you want pure water at your fingertips, look no further than my friends at Water Purification Products. They've got everything you need to get pure water at your fingertips. Check them out today at waterpurificationproducts.com. Both companies are linked down below, and if you use promo code INFANTRY with either company, you'll unlock additional savings. So big shout outs and big thank you to our sponsors. And if you'd like to become a sponsor of this program, there's two ways you can do it. Write to us at infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com. If your product or company fits our target demographic, hey, then we're happy to work with you. The other way is to send donations via PayPal. That's all you got to do. Donate today at paypal.me/infantryoutdoors. All of our donors and sponsors are always noted and acknowledged in all of our upcoming programs and live streams. So work with us today, guys. 2021 is just starting. So with all that said, we're going to be melting metal today. And if you haven't seen our first video on how to prepare a crucible for metal melting, well, check it out. I'll leave the card up here for you guys to check that out. Go watch that and then come back and you'll be all caught up. Now this is only my third or fourth time melting metal and using this equipment that I have here. I will link all of the equipment down below for you guys to check out, and of course using our Amazon links will help the program because we get a small kickback from Amazon just for you shopping using our links. So help us out today, shop today. Yeah, so everything will be linked down below, the furnace, the tools, everything. You guys will be able to check it out if you want to try this at home for yourself. So let's get started and let's get into what we're actually doing today. So everybody, here we are in my open area that I'm going to be forging in today, and I think that it's important that before we start this video that we discuss the tools and the safeties that I have in place for a safe and fun melting time. So let's start off first of all with your safety gear. So the first thing I'm going to recommend that you have for sure is a good pair of high heat gloves that go all the way up your arm, preferably welding gloves, something like that, so that you guys are safe, because everything around this is going to get hot, boys and girls, and I mean it is going to get really hot. So a good pair of gloves, number one. Number two, today we'll be using a pair of forging pliers that came with my kit. Not much really to say, they're a pair of pliers. What I use these for is to take the crucible in and out of the furnace, set it down, and that will take us on to our next piece of equipment. This is our next piece of equipment, a pair of crucible tongs. These are used to grab the crucible in a safe manner to where you can pour, you can move it, do the hokey pokey. So a good pair of crucible tongs. I found these to be almost invaluable, so make sure that you get a good pair. Next up on the list, an old, big, thick screwdriver. You're going to use this for stirring, you're going to use this for poking, you're going to use this for a lot of different things, opening and closing your lids sometimes.
So just an old screwdriver that you don't care about. All right, next up on the list is either going to make your wife really angry, or you're going to do what I did and go buy another set. Get yourself a set of stainless steel spoons, a regular spoon and a slotted spoon. Now this will come in handy for removing slag and removing anything that you want to take out, which you will, especially with soda cans, because there's a lot of waste in soda cans. So make sure that you don't take the wife's stuff out of the kitchen. Go buy yourself a set that you don't care about. Also, to go along with that, an old pot that you don't care about. This is going to be used to catch or contain the slag that we catch, the waste, so we're not just dumping it off onto the floor. So don't take your wife's good pot. Ask her to give you one she doesn't care about. All right, so next up on our list will be these pair of tongs. Now these are labeled as Crucible tongs. You could use these on a small crucible, as you can tell by the diameter, but for a crucible of our size today, these will not work. However, what I do use these for is putting our soda cans into our furnace, into our crucible as it's melting, so that we can continue to add and melt down into the crucible. So good pair of Crucible tongs, just a smaller pair with a pointed tip. This way you can grab things and do all that good sort of stuff. Last up on today's list, ingot molds. Well, in our case today, I'm actually going to try out this muffin tin. Now I do have ingot molds. The first time that I did do my melting, I used ingot molds. You can pick them up. I'll even link them down below with all of this gear. Everything will be linked down below for you guys to get and check out for yourself. But I have seen people use muffin tins as ingot molds, so we're going to try that today because, hey, it's very simple. It makes a round ingot, easy to stack. I can pour a good size ingot into here, and yeah, you'll be all set. So that's the gear that we're going to be using today. Also added to this will be a bucket of water for cooling the metal down once it's done. You are going to want to use a metal bucket or something not plastic, because when you put this hot metal in it, it drops to the bottom. You don't want to melt your bucket and water go everywhere. So that's the gear that we're using today. That's our safety measures in place. We have our furnace, we have our crucible, we have all of our stuff. What do you guys say? Let's kick the tires, light the fires, and start melting some metal. Okay, so as you guys can see, the first thing I did was put some soda cans into my crucible. Just put a few in there just to get us started and to know once they start melting. So put that in. Make sure that you put your crucible in the center of your furnace. And then now this is everybody's favorite part, firing her up. So it's started up. Close our top, let it start heating. Once we start seeing the soda cans melt, what we'll do now is we're going to let it sit at this low temp. We're going to gradually start heating everything, let it all slowly start heating, and we'll gradually increase the temperature so that once we get to about 660 degrees, the aluminum should start melting, and then we'll start adding more cans as we go. As you guys can see, we have no shortage of aluminum to melt today. One thing I do want to note is that all of these cans are crushed. You know, this is like a 30-gallon. Now this is going to be fun. I have these from leftover from the holidays. We're going to melt these down. So, yeah, plenty of aluminum to melt. You are going to need a lot of aluminum cans to melt to make a little bit of aluminum when it comes to doing this, just so you know that. So stay tuned. One thing I can tell you guys is that this is a slow process. You always want to heat slowly, melt slowly, you know, all of that good sort of stuff, so that everything is safe. Again, we're dealing with extremely high heats, extremely high temperatures. We are going to be melting metal and dealing with molten metal. So when doing this, please use the utmost precaution. Now, one of the cool things I gotta say, guys, is being able to see inside the foundry as it's heating up with this, you know, the hole in the top. So you can look down in there, you can see what things look like, see what the colors are looking like. Is it melting? What is it doing? So really cool to keep an eye on that kind of stuff, you know, look inside and see what's happening with our metal. As you can see, I think the aluminum is starting to melt. So we'll go ahead and flip the lid open and see what we see inside. Okay, so from looking in the top here, it looks like we have our first 2 soda cans melted. So we'll open up our furnace, and they're melted. Now, what's really cool, I'll show you on this camera. Okay, you guys can see inside of there, and you can see that the first couple of soda cans are in fact melted. So now we're gonna start adding more soda cans. And what you can do is take your screwdriver, and you can see that it's melted. All right, so now we're gonna start adding soda cans. So this, guys, is where our little tongs come into play. Grab our soda cans. Just drop a couple in. You guys will see that soda cans go pretty quick. This is the process of once you get going, it kind of just keeps on going. And we're going to continue this until we get enough in the bottom. And we're going to deslag it. Now, deslagging it is taking out all of the, basically your paint, all of your impurities, everything you don't want in your aluminum. We're going to scoop it out once we get enough in here. So. But for now, we just keep adding soda. Adding soda cans, adding soda cans. And again, guys, you just keep adding soda cans and adding soda cans. And you'll be surprised how many soda cans it actually takes to make a little bit of aluminum. So you guys want to remember to keep feeding it. And as you can tell, it goes pretty quick once things have started melting. And every once in a while, we're going to take our screwdriver and just give it a stir to release the gases and anything else that might be built up underneath. You know, I remember, guys, as a kid collecting soda cans and getting big bags of them and taking them to the recycling company. And you know, you'd only get a few dollars per pound, or a few cents per pound rather, on soda cans. So what I've learned is by melting it like this and taking pure aluminum
to your recycling center, you'll actually get more money per pound. So even if you don't want to use it for projects or build with it or things like that, I used to put it away for Christmas money, you know. Not to mention it gives me something fun to come out here and do, and you know, who doesn't like playing with fire and metal? So what I want to do now, after that soda can melts down a little bit, we're going to put our protective glove on. We're going to take our screwdriver and we're going to stir it a little bit. What this does is it will allow any gases down at the bottom, any gas bubbles, to release. Continue to repeat the process until we get just about a full crucible. One thing we will go ahead and do while we got our glove on is we're going to take out some slag. So for this, we're going to need our pot and our slotted spoon. Now what you're going to do on the inside of here, on the top layer above the actual aluminum, is going to be all of your burnt crap that you don't want, your slag. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our slotted spoon and we're simply just going to clean out the stuff that we don't want, leaving only the nice, clean, pure aluminum. Now you may get some aluminum in this, that's okay. You can always go back and remelt it later. But you're going to want to do this every so often to remove the crap that you don't want, as you guys can see here in the GoPro. And there's going to be a lot of crap that you don't want melting soda cans, because there's a lot of crap in the soda cans. Paint, alloys, things like that that we don't want in our pure aluminum. And again, if you get some aluminum in there, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to kill anything. And we can take our screwdriver, and believe it or not, guys, a large amount of aluminum that we put in there, there's only a tiny bit left now, because a lot of what we removed, again, is garbage. That's a close-up of what it looks like as they melt. It really doesn't take long. Ooh, the heat that this thing puts off, is incredible. All right, everybody, so we're just about ready to pour. We're going to open this up. And you guys can see all of this stuff sitting on the top. This is what we want to remove. This is the impurities. This is all of the paint, the primer, the soda, everything that we burned off that we don't want in our aluminum. So now the very next thing you want to do is take one of these. I made an aluminum foil ball with light salt. What the light salt is going to do is it's going to act as a flux and a cleaner to try to bind everything together. So we're going to put that in there. Okie dokie, everybody, it is time for us to try a pour. So we're going to open this up. Right back in, and we repeat the process. All right, here we go. Pour number 2. This is everybody's favorite part. You ready, guys? Here we go.
Well guys, after a long tiring day of melting metal, and you've seen how big the garbage can was and how many crushed soda cans were in there, this is what we've got left. This is the soda cans melted down into their ingot form using that muffin tin that we used. And you can see they're different sizes because of the different amounts that I poured. Now this one is like a leftover one, kind of like a coin. Pretty cool. But like I say guys, this is a fun way to take soda cans, melt them down, and make them more valuable. Now when you go to your recycling place, this is worth more than that big old garbage can full of soda cans. So that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this metal melting and melting into muffin tins. Next time I'll actually pull up a video and we'll do some in some actual ingot molds so you guys can see the difference. Same concept, same principle, just a little different technique. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember to give us a thumbs up. Comment on the video. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think? And of course, if you got any comments, questions, or concerns, write to us at infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com. Don't forget to check out the webpage as well. Go to infantryoutdoors.com for all of our merch, all of our photos, events, upcomings, past comings, and all that good sort of stuff. It's all at infantryoutdoors.com. But guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed our first round of metal melting with your favorite blind guy. I know I had a lot of fun doing it, and I keep on doing it time and time after again, because like I said, it's something fun to do, and it also increases the value of these soda cans. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Give the video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I hope that wherever you are around the world, you're having an amazing day, and I hope that this and all of our adventures here on Infantry Outdoors inspires you to get outdoors. Until we meet again, have an amazing day, everybody.